Now that we've got some numbers back from the count for the recall, we find that Art Harvey says, well, according to the newspaper in his interview, 28% of the people that signed have been rejected because they're not really registered. They thought they were registered. I was there when a lot of them did. They thought they were registered. And so, is this possible? 28%. Looking back at Sandi Cassanelli's recall, about 24 people, about 5%. And now it's grown in those couple of years from 5% to almost a third. Something's wrong, even if that's true, which I don't think it is. Even if it's true, who's not doing their job about telling people they've dropped it off the rolls? Did you know that if you don't vote within 5 years, you are no longer registered? Really? I didn't know that. And I'm sure there are a lot of people who have thought that they were signing something. I'm very interested in the recall of Cheryl Walker. I agree, it's an essential item. Well, they thought they were registered. Nope, you're not registered. I think what's happening is the policeman's 56-mile-an-hour rule. If you go 56 miles an hour, they can pull you over, if that's the kind of society you wish to live in. And now these people are finding when they go in to look at him, well, here's a person that changed a number, but he didn't initial the change. Oh, thrown out. Now, wait a minute. Just how picky are we going to be? And are we going to be not picky at all about Sandi Cassanelli? There were things that weren't signed. When they put in the recall papers, when Ed Bowers back here put them in, they misspelled her name. Did they throw it out because it was misspelled? No, they threw it out because someone else didn't initial a change that they made. So just how picky are we going to be? And is it true that about a third of the people are not really registered when they think that they are? A special note to Tony Webb. She's running as a write-in candidate to give us a choice over two bad choices. Tony, your numbers won't be reported to you by Art Harvey. Because you're a write-in candidate, you'll never know how many votes you got. Really. This is the place that we live now. People say to me all the time, I don't trust Art Harvey. I think he's counting numbers right. Now I can't be sure. I think he needs to be replaced.
Everything we do, again, is regulated by the state. We follow those the same way in every instance. I find it curious that someone who apparently had very little to do with the recall effort seems to be the loudest critic. Mr. Hunker, the chief petitioner, and I and 3 other persons sat down for a couple hours yesterday. We went through the whole process. They were disappointed, of course. They put a lot of energy into something that didn't work out for them. They had some issues with some of the state laws, some of the state rules. But as far as I know, none of them are accusing me of anything other than doing my job.
Those who were involved with my recall were not in any way, shape, or form accurate in a lot of the things that they did. They listed my position number wrong on their political action committee. They initially submitted a petition sheet that had my name spelt wrong. It was time dated, yes, and Mr. Bowers did sign it, but my name was spelt wrong, and this was filed and stamped August 10th. Well, you know something? When we complained about that, somebody did some fast work because, as you can see on this petition sheet that was filed by Cheryl Walker, if you look on the back, the date has changed to August 13th. It is not time-stamped. And on every single petition sheet for my recall, there was missing the chief petitioner's signature. Art Harvey, according to OAR, should have thrown every single petition sheet out because that is part of the sampling process. Also, we had a registered nurse come to a weekly business session during my recall who stated that the petitioners were gathering signatures at Alzheimer's units of a nursing home. And I'm sure that they were not active registered voters. Something stinks in the clerk's office.